My name is Travis Vilas. I am a natural-born citizen of the United States of America. The following is my intellectual property, which I freely and willingly give to anyone and everyone who wishes to use it. This is an immediate request and demand for action to Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, and more specifically, Frank J. Larkin, Sergeant-at-Arms of the United States Senate, and Paul D. Irving, Sergeant-at-Arms of the United States House of Representatives. I call for the immediate arrest of President Barack Hussein Obama, a.k.a. Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barry Obama, a.k.a. Barack Hussein Soetoro, for the crime of treason, for repeatedly subverting the Constitution of the United States of America, for aiding and abetting our enemies by giving aid, comfort, material, and financial support, for signing into law measures which were not legally passed by Congress, for illegally selling weapons of war in Libya to Syrian terrorists now known as ISIS, aka ISIL, for engaging in an illegal war in Libya against the War Powers Act and without the authorization of the United States Congress, for implementing rules of engagement for the United States military designed to allow enemies of the United States to continue operations against the United States and its allies, for felony fraud by providing fraudulent documents concerning his ability to hold the office of president, for providing a forged Hawaiian birth certificate, for fraud committed against the Social Security Administration by using a Social Security number that does not belong to him, for identity theft against one Harrison J. Brunell, now deceased, whose Social Security number Obama has been fraudulently using, for blatant fraud in misstating the scope, cost, and details of the Affordable Health Care and Patient Protection Act. If in fact Mr. Obama is a natural-born U.S. citizen, for fraud committed against Columbia University for enrolling and attending as a foreign student, for blatantly violating federal law by allowing and insisting upon the admittance of individuals belonging to organizations who have declared the U.S. as an enemy access into the United States, for illegally suppressing and sealing records of cabinet and judicial appointees, for failure to instruct the Department of Justice to investigate and prosecute the theft and or misappropriation of $5 billion from the United States Treasury under former Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton, for failure to prosecute former Secretary Clinton for trafficking in classified information, for illegally using the Internal Revenue Service to suppress organizations whose views oppose his, for illegally using the Environmental Protection Agency to suppress free market commerce under the unproven belief of man-made global warming, for granting exemptions to the Affordable Health Care and Patient Protection Act to campaign contributors, for illegally suspending the enforcement of federal laws on immigration, for illegally implementing de facto amnesty for illegal aliens via executive order, for releasing criminal illegal aliens back into the population of the United States, for repeatedly attempting to infringe upon the Second Amendment rights of U.S. citizens to keep and bear arms, for repeatedly attempting to infringe upon the First Amendment rights of freedom of speech and freedom of religion of the United States citizens, for violating the Constitution by gathering personal information of U.S. citizens without a warrant, for violating nearly every condition in his oath of office. I also call for the immediate removal of all cabinet, bureaucratic, and judicial appointees made by President Obama, and that all policies, proclamations, and judicial decisions made by said appointees be immediately nullified. This is but a short list of legal offenses committed by the sitting president and is by no means a complete account. Many more violations and crimes are sure to come to light once thoroughly and honestly investigated. His moral offenses also call into question his ability to hold the office of President and Commander-in-Chief. Every single elected and appointed official, whether city, county, state, or federal, who has taken an oath of office is bound by his or her oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Any and all officials who have failed to take an action for the above offenses are in direct violation of their oaths of office. And I will close by saying I sincerely urge you to start doing your jobs.